Hey, welcome back to youtube.com/snapbolt. My name's Max, and you guessed it, I'm here for another Pauper League, and this is Blue-Black Fairies. And let me go over the deck real quick, and as usual, then we'll get right into some games. 20 lands. We're playing two basic swamps, one Dimir Aqueduct for black sources, and then three Evolving Wild effects, three Ash Barrens, and the rest islands. Four Ponder or zero Ponder, four Preordain, four Brainstorm. Brainstorm I think is pretty good with Monarchy, so I think that's why I like it over Ponder. Four Faerie Seer, and then four Spellstutter Sprite as kind of like the Ninja or kind of the Fairy package, along with Ninja of the Deep Hours. Ninja plus Spellstutter is just so strong right now. I think it's just too good to pass up. Um, so that's like the main game plan of the deck. Faerie Seer, Spellstutter counter something, Ninja bring back Faerie Seer to your hand, and then that's just so backbreaking because let's say you already countered something with this, and then you get Ninja into play, draw a card, and you have this to counter another spell. Augur of Bolas, it doesn't have that many hits. I think we're only at 20 hits right now for Augur, which only hits about 70% of the time. But bringing that back with Ninja is also really nice. So that's why Augur gets the include here. The interaction of this deck is four Counterspell, three Cast Down, which is more than most people play. I just think 2 mana Unconditional Doomblade is just really good. So I'm playing a lot of that card. One Agony Warp and three Snuff Out. Could be four Snuff Out. I'm going to start with three and see how that goes. And four Fall from Favor, of course. Two Angler. Could be more Anglers, but it is kind of tough to find room. I think this deck, it's a very similar build to blue-red fairies. The difference is you drop the red, obviously, you gain black. So what you give up in red is Lightning Bolt, Scred, and a big one out of the sideboard is Pyroblast. Um, but here we gain Cast Down and Snuff Out and Angler. So we kind of switch out the red removal for Cast Downs, which are a little bit slower than the Bolts and Screds, but they're unconditional. And then Snuff Out, which is 0 mana most of the time, or whenever you're going to cast, it's 0 mana, just 4 life. Um, but destroy target non-black creature for 0 mana, which is even better than the red spells, I think. So it's kind of a toss up. Losing Pyroblast is really huge in the blue matchups, but Angler is also a pretty nice pickup. So I think this deck has some legs. I would probably choose blue red over it for like a challenge tomorrow, but I think this deck definitely has potential. Let's go to the sideboard. Two Dispel, two Negate, two Hydroblast, two Stormbound Geist, one Suffocating Fumes. This maybe should be more, but I think people are kind of ready for this card, so I kind of went lower on it. One Unexpected Fangs when I wanted against burn, stuff like that. One Feed the Swarm. I just like this card. I think it's nice to have outs to enchantments and just like a blue-black deck that usually doesn't. So you can kill stuff like Pestilence or just random enchantments that they might not be expecting you to be able to kill. Two Chainer's Edicts, mostly for Boggles, and two Relics just for whatever else we wanted against weird combo decks or stupid stuff. And that's the list. Let's just go right into round one and see if we can do well in this league. I'll see you there. All right, welcome to round one against Yoshikiki. Interesting. Oh man, this hand is not very good. 5 lands, just Snuff Out and Fall from Favor. And I wonder if that's good enough. I just don't think we need that many lands. I think we can do better on 6. All right, this does look better to me. Now what to put back though? Don't know what the opponent is on. I could just put back Augur. I can put back Preordain weirdly because I could just lead on Evolving Wild for Swamp and then just start casting 2 drops. That's just so greedy because Preordain can find more lands if I need that. Just everything else in my hand seems really good. I could put back Spellstutter. That's so good with Ninja though, but I just don't think I'm going to be passing with 2 mana up. I'd rather just jam Augur. So for that reason, I think I'll put back Spellstutter, but that's a close one. Not really sure if that's right. I think it was between Spellstutter and Preordain. I don't think I was putting back Augur there. Alright, well, here's the blue matchup. Gonna happen a lot in Pauper, because blue is the best. Not close. Right, let's get Swamp, and then let's just jam Augur. Counterspell's fine. See, I like having Preordain here. Now if they don't play something that can block this, I get to put Ninja in. Just happy to hit on Augur. Always happy to hit on Augur. And if they play a blocker, I can just try to Preordain into land. Oh, they don't. Interesting. All right, well, I think I just go for Ninja here. They can't counter it, so they'd have to have Snap to be able to stop it. So I think it's worth it just trying to get this going, trying to hit land off the top. I could have Preordained, but then I could get Spellstuttered or something. So I like just putting Ninja in, try to hit land. All right, we don't, but we still got our Ninja into play. Brainstorm. I feel like we're probably against blue-red, considering the Brainstorm. I guess it could just be just as easily blue-black as well. But we have a Ninja in play, and they have a tapped land. So now we'll see their second color here. All right, so I can go like Preordain right now, but that's probably just gonna get like Spellstuttered, and then they could block also. So I'm just gonna try to attack first, and I can try to Preordain main 2. Land? Brutal. Actually, I can play a 2-drop to play around Spellstutter Sprite. The problem with that is... I don't get to hit a land if I do that. I think given the cards, I think I actually do just want to not get my Preordain Spellstuttered right now. I'll just Augur. It is kind of awkward missing more land drops, but if they just Spellstutter this, that's just so annoying. Now if they want to flash in Spellstutter to get their Ninja going, they can, but I mean, I think I just have to play it this way, as weird as it is. Now I just discard double Brainstorm, I think. Yeah, see, they had it. So if I Preordain, this just gets countered. They wanted to play this no matter what. Wow, Island? Interesting. Keep these cast downs. Really sucks missing on lands, especially with all the extra ninja draws. Oh, it looks like we're against the mirror. Okay, so they're probably going to ninja here. We're actually in a lot of trouble considering we're just missing infinite lands. And now they have a Spellstutter again. We just have to hit a land drop on our next two draws, basically. Ooh, Snuff Out is great. That is fantastic. So now I can actually Preordain right now, because then if they go to Spellstutter, which they will, I can just I can just play a Snuff Out. So now I'm safe to go for Preordain. So I definitely like the line we took. Because now I can just try to find land, and then I can even kill this too. Okay, there's Aqueduct. Aqueduct is good because it's land drops moving forward, but it's not a land drop right now, and I really do want one right now to kill this. I'm gonna get greedy and go bottom bottom. Okay, we missed on that, but maybe we'll hit on this draw. Any basic? If I hit, I get like, oh, they have Snuff Out. All right, well now I just get incredibly punished. Could have, yeah. Wasn't really thinking about that because now I could have played Aqueduct and gotten the land back, but just being so full on cards also. Yeah. Maybe bottoming the Aqueduct was just like incredible greed, but alright. Not sure what the opponent's doing here. I'm obviously gonna block. Okay, they were just testing me, I guess. Okay, there's land. think I'm just passing and then trying to play some removal spells later. I could play the removal spells on upkeep, but I think I'd rather wait for them to try to like Violent Ninja. So I think I just go land go. They only have 4 cards left and we have 7, but that's because we don't have any lands. We can still win this game for sure. They're on 12, we're on 14. I think I let them put Ninja in and try to kill that. Yeah. So they Ninja here. I did not expect to play the mirror in round 1, like the straight up mirror. Obviously going to get island on this. So they have to have actual counterspell here. Okay, they do. So they get to draw a card. Wait. Oh man, I just punted. I just F6'd and I meant to crack this. That's actually like a really big punish. Oh man, that sucks. All right, well, let's just play from where we're at. Just cast down this. That sucked. I felt like I've gotten a little unlucky missing the land drops, but that was just a misclick. I was like thinking to crack this, and then I F6, and I don't know if you saw, I tried to turn off auto yields, but I was too slow. So just didn't, I just like F6 too quickly when I shouldn't have, obviously. We'll see if we can come back. Yep, Faerie Seer, sure. All 3 of our cast downs. They put 2 on top. Preordain, interesting. And then are they gonna, they top again? It's not a good sign for us. Is this an angler? Yeah. Okay. They probably have counterspell up as well. That was such a bad punish because I could have preordained last turn. Ah. Feels pretty bad. All right, so I can just go for cast down on their angler right now. And then they're probably gonna go counterspell and then I can counter back. I can't let them have angler. And if this resolves, I'll probably just try to play Augur. Nope. I have the bad art counterspells. Did not change the art on these counterspells. That is brutal. You'd think I would notice that, but I guess not. All right, Augur for them, yeah. No removal spell one time. Counterspell. That's a good one. But that's beatable, given our hand. Oh, Snuff Out, never mind. Now we're dead. Because now they draw an extra card and they have counterspell up too. I guess I can play 2 Augurs. I think I just lead on Augur. Should draw a counter. Oh, Spellstutter. Jeez, and they have counterspell. Alright, we're dead. I mean, I think we had a chance that game. My misclick probably cost me because this Preordain just sat in my hand when I could have cast it. So that was pretty brutal. I think these are good. I don't know how good Stormbound Geist is in this matchup, actually. It's got to be good, right? It's hard to kill, and it can block flyers. Definitely don't want Chainer's Edict. Don't think I want Suffocating Fumes. I know it can kill these, but it's pretty clunky. Negate's not bad. It's a lot of cards to bring in. I think Snuff Out is good enough. I can cut 2 Faerie Seers. I can cut a Preordain. I can even cut a Ninja, as weird as that is, just because I'm going down a little bit on this Ninja package. I can cut a cast down, I suppose. It's good, it kills Angler though. I guess I can cut Agony Warp, even though it can kind of deal with like Ninja. I mean, it can just kill something. Maybe I'm supposed to leave it in. Not have all of these negates, but I think they're good. I'm on the play. I can't really cut a land. I can cut a Fall from Favor just because I don't really want to do that till a little bit later in the game. All right. Let's try it like this. All right, I'll keep this. I'll probably just lead Faerie Seer, get a body into play, then turn 2 Preordain. They're on 7. That punt, misclick, whatever you want to call it, felt real bad. Next turn, I'll just go cycle Ash Barrens for Island, play Preordain. Want to keep hitting my land drops this time. Also, bottoming the Aqueduct was just incredibly greedy, but I wanted to try to like just get really ahead on board right there. It was just too tempting. Preordain. I don't think I want these. Just want to hit lands. Yeah, there we go. Now next turn I can Preordain with counters up. If they Augur here, that is kind of annoying. Can't cast this cast down yet. And they just pass. Okay, let's just go land, Preordain. If they go Spellstutter or Counterspell, I'm just going to counter it. Am I able to change art in between rounds? I don't think I am. Wow, this just resolved. Well, I can't cast this. I can cast this, but I can't necessarily protect it that well yet. I wonder if it's good enough. I feel like it is. I feel like I want access to it. Just attack and pass. Are they going to go end of turn Spellstutter? I Brainstorm. I think I'll just let resolve. I'd rather leave up Counterspell and Negate than trying to stop a Brainstorm here. I know they can potentially cycle Ash Barrens, but I don't have Spellstutter, so if I had Spellstutter, I'd probably snap it off, but yep. So they Brainstorm Shuffle. It's pretty good. But they still have to commit into counterspells potentially. Faerie Seer. I just can't counter that. I know they can ninja off of it, but I guess I can just stay back with my Faerie Seer. And if I go up to 5 mana, I can fall from favor with counter up. Right, Snuff Out that I can't cast. I'll just pass. Now I just need to find a black source. I was definitely not able to get Swamp with that Ash Barrens. That was just going to be too difficult. I think opponent played pretty well, but it feels bad to punt game 1 like that. Not sure we would have won anyway. I'll let this resolve. If they go for like anything else, I do kind of want to pick a fight here, because if I can draw a land and then go fall from favor plus counterspell, that's going to be a nice sequence. Easily block. Yeah, they don't want to attack. All right, I'll just keep passing. Another counterspell is fine. They put 2 on top. Interesting. Augur. Just counter this. Like I said, I kind of want to pick a fight right now. They let it resolve. Okay. I'm not confident if I go for fall from favor that that'll resolve. Black cards. Need to find an Ash Barrens or a Terramorphic or something. Still have double counter up, but our draws are not really working out yet. Gonna let that resolve. I don't think the cantrips are really like what you want to fight over if you can. It's different if you want to spell stutter them, but all right, we're just staring at each other. Oh, I want to play that, but that's another one I have to wait on. If I just play this, it gets countered, then they like fall from favor me. I just get absolutely wrecked. So I have to just keep waiting, unfortunately. Now I really want to use these counter spells. Don't want to counter Preordain. Their hand has got to be like so good right now. All right, let's just try to pick a fight here. They just let it resolve. Interesting. They have 5 cards. Land. Come on. Brutal. Okay, I don't get spell stuttered. That's good. I think I just have to bottom. Right, there's another land. I think I'm just gonna pass again. Then next turn go for something. Maybe Stormbound Geist. Some duresses in the sideboard could be decent. Just like 2. Gurmag. Okay. So they have double counter to protect on this fall from favor? Probably. I just can't hit land. I can wait 1 turn and try to Stormbound Geist first, try to draw 1 counterspell, maybe hit lands. I think that's better. If they try to counter this, I think I just let it resolve. Okay. Just pass. If they attack, I'll just take 5, and then maybe next turn go for it. Need to hit swamp. 4 black cards in my hand. It's a second angler. I'm gonna attack first, and then play an angler. Sure. Really feels, oh, just hard cast ninja. Okay, interesting. They wanted to leave the angler in play. That makes sense. Any swamp. Okay, there we go. That's a swamp. That's good. That is real good. I can cast these Snuff Outs now for free, which is just absolutely massive. And I can even cast down potentially. So I can go up to 6 mana. I can also just cast Angler. I think I'm safe to go for fall from favor now. So let's do it. And I have Negate or Cast Down, or I can also play Angler and still have Negate up, which is nice. Okay, that resolved. Now let's just go Angle. And still have Negate up and double Snuff Out up. This looks great. I think I just don't even attack. Just stay back on defense, protect the Monarch. It's a good way to win. Are they gonna like try to cast down this or something? I should have a stop on my end step. This game seemed to just completely flip around here. All right, I mean, that resolves. Faerie Seers aren't like that great in this matchup, or like in these blue matchups. They're good at taking the Monarch and just like enabling enabling Ninja, but they're not that high impact, so you don't want too many of them. You can get kind of flooded on that effect. Okay, I mean, I have the Monarch. Interesting. I can just Evolving Wilds for Swamp. I can just not even attack and just leave up all my removal and counters. Seems good. I'll just fetch now. Pass. I mean, if I just hold on to the Monarch for a couple more turns, I think I'm just going to win the game, right? Another cast down is good. Just cast Snuff Out on Faerie Seer. I mean, I think I can just let that resolve. They're going to try to take back the monarchy, and then I can go for my removal spells. Wait for them to attack, and then try to blow them out. So I think I just go for cast Snuff Out. I guess I'll just block for I'll just block first, and then I'll just go for cast Snuff Out for life here. Yeah. Dispel. I think I just go for negate here. They have cast down. Okay, sure. I have a million more removal spells where that came from. So does Snuff Out happen? Do I just get to kill this and eat this? Looks like it. And then I retain Monarchy, and I get to just kill this. Do I cast on? I think I just Snuff Out for mana. I guess I could get Force Spiked. Could just wait. If their last card is Force Spike, I just get so punished, but I'm just not going to play around that. They have it. They have it. I still have 2 more removal spells and the Monarch. And I'd rather use that now for the mana. Augur's perfect draw. If we find Counterspell, that'll probably lock it up. Alright, well, we missed. Happens a lot. Land, attack. Double cast down to protect the monarchy. Looking good. Even if they have fall from favor. Okay, they're snuff outing that. Sure. That's fine with me. Alright, now we're drawing the lands. I think this game is pretty much locked up though. Oh, I get to ninja my Stormbound Geist that's already has a +1/+1 counter on it. You don't see that every day. I think it's worth. I think it's worth. I could do it on Augur, but I think this line is just too sweet to pass up. Yeah. Okay, from the misplay in game 1 to a sweet game 2 there. We were able to just get the monarchy and just out card advantage the opponent. Sweet. We're on the draw now. Maybe we want to bring in like Agony Warp, cut a land on the draw. Is that just ultra greedy? Especially if we're getting like kind of stuck on lands. I'm gonna cut a land. Seems bad. I could cut a negate for an Agony Warp just to try to keep their creatures off the board. Yeah, maybe I just like it as is. I'd rather just have cast down to kill anglers. And I'll keep this hand. It's not like the best ever, but it's not bad. Spellstutter into ninja potentially. I think I just Evolving Wilds for Swamp right now, because I'm not going to cast a Brainstorm on turn 1 anyway. So just get the Evolving Wilds out of the way. Alright. They get their Swamp. I have to remember to use this. Alright, I'll just crack. Just like an F6. Hit Brainstorm. Okay. I'll just try to ninja that Brainstorm if they go for it main phase. Or not ninja, I'll try to Spellstutter it. I'll Spellstutter any 1-drop at this point. And I'll take the hit here. I can't do anything, but I am going to flash this in. I want to get ninja going if I can. I really did not think we were playing the mirror. I didn't think that many people were on blue-black fairies. I want to get these ninjas going, but I can't really protect them yet. I think what I need to do is tap Swamp, cycle Ash Barrens for Island, and then just play Island and pass. I can't really go for Brainstorm here because I can't protect that from Spellstutter or anything either. I think I'm just going to cycle this and not go for Ninja. So I could go for Ninja. Worst case, it just gets killed. Maybe it's worth. No, I'm just going to leave up Spellstutter. Spellstutter for 2 here seems pretty good. Also, leaving up Brainstorm and Dispel is decent. So I can just try to Spellstutter this. I think I'm going to. Not that scared of like what they can tap out for. They can't Spellstutter me back. So I think just countering this Brainstorm now seems good to me. They have Snuff Out plus removal spell maybe? No. Interesting. Maybe they thought, because like a lot of times you're able to do that line where you snuff out to make your spell like resolve or like bolt their guy, their Spellstutter in response. But if you have another fairy out, it doesn't work because the Spellstutter ability checks the number of fairies on the battlefield. So that just doesn't actually work. Oh, they have Ninja though. Okay. Well, we have Ninja too. We're still doing okay as far as cards are concerned as well. Them not replaying Ninja is rough for me. I can lead Brainstorm, but then I kind of have to Dispel if they try to Counterspell, and if they Spellstutter Sprite, I get wrecked. So why don't I just attack with Ninja? Attack and Ninja in, whatever you want to say. I'm going to tap the Swamp, leave up Dispel. I have to just do this, I think. I need to hit my land drops. Negate. Okay. I can get Angler down. I can't quite Angler with this spell up yet. Augur for miss. Brainstorm. Okay, so they can Brainstorm Shuffle. It's pretty good. They can also draw a card first. And now they can block my Ninja. Ooh. Fall from favor is tempting just to try to jam. It's tempting. It is really tempting. I just can't protect it at all, though. That's so greedy. All right, I think I just need to pass. I don't love it, but they go for Brainstorm here. I would just go for Spellstutter, which they know I have. Just gonna block here. Have to trade ninjas, I think. I think I just go for this. Need to use my mana, and I can get these other ninjas going. I have a Dispel. They have 5 cards in hand. One of them is Brainstorm. Ash Barrens. That's decent. That's decent. Let's go. Cycle Ash Barrens for Island. Play Island. Now I can get my ninja going with this spell up. Seems good to me. I get to draw an extra card. Brainstorm right now. And I can just Dispel this. They have fetches. I don't think they have anything good in hand. I think they're kind of relying on this Brainstorm the way they're really trying to resolve it. Do they have Spellstutter Sprite? Oh, Counterspell. Wow. I'm fine with this. Again, if they're trying that hard to resolve Brainstorm, their hand's probably not very good. I could have also gone for Angler this turn instead of Ninja, but I think Ninja or Angler next turn seems good to me. So I think I like this line. I get my spells that are back in hand too, which is decent. Draw a card. Yeah. They're not they're probably gonna shuffle. Another fall from favor. I mean, wow, they didn't shuffle? That's shocking. They're gonna ninja here. Just shocking that they didn't shuffle. All right, well now I can potentially just fall from favor with this spell up. I can also just play Angler for 1 mana. Probably what I'll do, because then I have Spellstutter and Dispel up, and I can fall from favor later. They're going to replay Augur. Okay. Counterspell. Now if I just draw a land, it's insanely good. Okay, because now I can go Angler for 1 mana, fall from favor this, take the Monarch, and have Dispel up. And then I just have 2 blockers. That seems so good to me. That's the line, right? Let's just Angler for 1 mana, not 2. Then fall from favor this Ninja. Then I have 2 blockers and Dispel up. They can fall from favor back, but then I can fall from favor back again with more counters up. Now they're going to sack these Evolving Wilds. It's weird that they didn't on any earlier turn. They really thought every card they had was worth it. It's interesting. Yeah, it resolves. Don't think I care about that. I mean, I care about that and the fact that I can take the Monarchy, but I have double Spellstutter. Okay. Evolving Wilds, huh? I'm not gonna fall from favor of this right now. I'd rather just flash in and try to block, and I have a bunch of spells back to protect anyway. I think I just fetch now. Excuse me. I think I just get another island, actually. Just pass the turn. No reason to it. I guess I could have attacked with Angler, but I don't even want to, honestly. I think I'd rather just continue to try to protect the Monarch. Like, are they not playing Fall from Favor? I haven't. Did we see it in game 1? I don't recall now. This has been a long match. All right, let's flash this in for just blue. I don't want them to know that I don't have a counterspell. Right, they're going Spellstutter. That is actually annoying. All right, so I have to let that resolve. Nothing I can do. And then I just go for another Spellstutter to block. And now I go Dispel. Keep fighting the good fight. Do they have another counter? Yeah. Negate. Okay. So they take the Monarch, but again, then I have Fall from Favor. So I can Fall from Favor their Sprite and just first attack with Angler, they have to chump, and then I can Fall from Favor, still take the Monarch back. The problem is they have 2 flyers. What if I go take an interesting line of like Fall from Favor your Augur of Bolas right now, and then attack with both? Then it kind of threatens like a lot of damage and my ninja hitting. It's kind of sketchy line, but I think I'm gonna do it. I can't block these flyers anyway. Oh, Counterspell? That's not good. Now I'm kind of screwed. Because now they probably just block. Oh, they're letting me take the Monarch? Interesting. Now their Ninja doesn't untap. That was weird. I think I just cast this. I could have ninja'd in on this Angler, but I didn't really want to, honestly. Also wanted to hit for 5. I thought they should chump there. All right. They have to attack. Yeah. Do they ninja? Yeah. All right, this is bad. The good news is my attacks back are still really threatening, especially if I can draw a removal spell or something like a. Okay, that only blocks flyers. I'm still at 10. Right, let's just attack. This should get through at least one hit and take the Monarchy back, keep this locked down. They have to block 2 things. I get to draw a card, unless they have Snuff Out. I'm at 10, they're at 4. All right. So I can Faerie Seer and let them counter it, but I think I can fetch now and then Augur. No, because I could Augur into Brainstorm. Okay, I did hit Brainstorm, but I think I actually take Counterspell. Because I know they have Spellstutter and I can just counter that. And if I just Brainstorm, it's not necessarily going to be good. Yeah, but Counterspell is definitely going to be good. Now I just go fetch now, and then I'll Faerie Seer, and I'll protect it with Counterspell. Yeah. I think opponent may have misplayed this game. They have decent attacks back, but I'm still at 10. Wow, and now I get to get cast down and like cast down this ninja right now while they're tapped out. Bottom, top, then draw for Monarch. Monarch is just so busted. And then kill this just to be safe. I don't want to kill this. I can just chump it. And this can't even block anyway. Yeah, so just kill this now while they're tapped out. Now they're at 4. I'm at 10. They have 3 power of attackers and 3 cards in hand. And I have 2 blockers back. I'm pretty safe here. Yeah, I would have played this game different if I was in the opponent's seat for sure. And that's a snap block. I'll just hold on to the Monarch. I think I might as well lead Preordain. All right, well, that was worst case scenario. I guess I could have just attacked. So they can chump, block, and then not die now. They would have had to just flash this in. That was a pretty bad mistake by me. Let's see, if I just attack here, they have to block this 100%, and then they have to block one of the other things. So I think I'd rather leave this back. No, I'll just attack. Then I can hit them down to 1. Then this is also a lethal threat next turn. That was bad playing the Preordain. Because I could have played it main 2. Another Spellstutter. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I could still lose this game. I do get to draw another card here, though. Brainstorm. Brainstorm is great. Wow, that should do it. So put back Island, Ash Barrens, and I can just cycle the Ash Barrens. When do I want to go for the cast? I probably cast down this on their upkeep. I can cycle this later, I suppose. Got bailed out. I know I could not cycle this now, but I think it's fine. They're at 1, 0 cards in hand. I have 3 attackers. Whew! That was that was crazy. That was a good match. That was a really fun match. Definitely punted game one. Felt really bad, but I think I played well games 2 and 3, and I think my opponent could have won game 3. I think they didn't play well. I mean, it's a pretty tough matchup, and crazy we faced the mirror in round one. Let's go round two. Maybe play against something else. I'll see you there. All right. Welcome to round two. We're against Supre Mog you or Mogai. Probably Supre Mogai. Sure. I like to try to read the names. All right. Easy mull, 0 lands. And this is an easy keep. What are we putting back though? Weirdly, I think I just put back Brainstorm because my hand is good. I don't need to brainstorm away cards, and I want to lead turn 1 island go, and then Ash Barrens for island to potentially have Counterspell up on turn 2 if I want. So let's keep this, put Brainstorm back, and see if the opponent keeps 6, or if they go down to 5. But I felt pretty fortunate to be. I felt like I was bailed out of that last match for the win. Felt like I should have lost with my misplaying game one, but I think I played well and kind of outplayed the opponent in game 3. Ooh, red white, interesting. Island. Maybe they play something we can Spellstutter Sprite, please. That'd be nice. Just island go. They play like a Pathetic Prism or something. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna counter it. It's so good for them to have that effect and just be able to like use all their core Skyfishers and Glinthawks with no problems. But it's I think I like against this matchup like disrupting them on that like Pathetic Prism aspect and not just waiting. But best case they play a 1-drop and I just get to counter it. That'd be ideal. Snuff Out, not ideal in this matchup. Oh, Augur. Now I think I just jam Augur. I think I'll just go fetch. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna fetch now, just to thin one more card. I think I just get Island and then Augur. I already have the Swamp in hand. I want a lot of blue sources. I know I can't snuff out end of turn, but that's fine. There's the Fall from Favors that are just so good that you have to have in your deck, but you can't take off Augur. I kind of want Fall from Favor to get banned because I feel like then I can play Delver again, and then I can like have more spells for Augur in my deck and not like feel bad about not having Fall from Favor. Pretty funny, but I think that's where we're at. Bolt. Oh, whoa! I haven't seen that in a while. That is not what I was expecting. It's actually decent here, but I think I'll just brainstorm now. Okay, there's a fetch land. That's good. I could put back land, and then fetch those lands away. That seems totally reasonable. Whoa. Oh, they Great Furnished their land away rather than their prism? That means they must have core skyfishes and stuff that I want to counterspell those. I get punished. They were able to get these goblins, and I wasn't able to spellstutter a rebirth. That's really nice, but where we're at now, I could put a brainstorm back and keep extra lands, but I think I like just putting lands back and being a little bit greedy. I could also just pass the turn, and then no, I'll just fetch. I'll just pass. If they go for bolt or something, I just get to spell stutter it. So good for me. If they have two bolts, I get kind of blown out, but it is what it is. Can't play around everything. Journey to Nowhere on my Augur of Bolas. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature. I mean, I can just literally just counterspell this. Keeps their guys at bay. It's kind of annoying that I have to do that, but I think that's what I'm going to do. Just keep my 1/3 in play. Oh no, maybe not. Alright. Well, let's fetch these lands away. I'm not going to snuff out a token. I'd rather save this for like a core skyfisher or something. Ninja. Ninja is interesting. I think I just pass the turn. Leave up double spell stutter. And then try to counter something and then put ninja in. I'll just take 3 again. Playing the augur kind of screwed me, but I think it was fine. Oops. Don't want to misclick here. All right, let's flash in one of these. Do I flash in the second one too? So I'm going to be returning one. I like it. They could have a removal spell for 1. Want to definitely get this ninja going. I think that's how I win this game. Gotta draw cards. Sometimes 2 mana 1/1 flash flying is good enough. I'll blast that one, sure. Angler is great. Alright, let's try to attack. And ninja. And then just play Angler. Hopefully hit land. Nice. Play Angler and have spells that are up. Perfect. Now I can even block with Angler because I can counter a 1-drop with the Spellstutter. So I can counter like a Galvblast. Protect my Angler. Core Skyfisher. That's annoying, but I can snuff out that. No rush to snuff out. I think I will end of turn Brainstorm. Could Brainstorm on my turn, but I actually want to be mana efficient here, potentially. Wow, that's some cards. That is some cards. So I'm definitely gonna be killing core Skyfisher. I think I want to save this Agony Warp. And then I can just draw one of the cards. So I think I'll just put Agony Warp away. Maybe that was wrong, but I can always snuff out if I need to. All right, let's go. Cast down this, then attack with both. And if they triple block ninja, I'll just let that happen. But if they double block it, I can just snuff out. Yeah, they're just taking. Okay, this is great for me. And I get to draw my other removal spell. I think I'm pretty favored here now. Now the question is, if they just attack with all, do I Agony Warp, kill a token, minus the attack of another token? Let's just see what they do. I feel like I do. I have other good removal spells. I want to keep my life total high for Snuff Out. I do have Spellstutter here, though. They've already shown a bunch of 1-drops that they could have. I'm just going to do it. Prevent damage from one, kill another one. That's what Agony Warp is supposed to do. I just take one. I don't have counter spells up here though. Alright, don't let me get punished. Alright, well I got punished. I can still kill this, but they get to draw extra cards off of it, which is pretty annoying. I think I'm just gonna go Snuff Out for life here. And then attack. Draw. Land go. Okay, I'm still in a good spot. Angler is doing work. They can't really attack with both anymore because they can't take 5 again. Oh, they think they can. Okay. What is this? Rally the peasants? So actually, if I let this resolve, I would be taking 6, but I can let it resolve and then they're gonna go for flashback for the win, and then I counter that. So I just let this happen, and then I go for counterspell here. They didn't play a land, they could go land, bolt, and then win, but yeah, I think that was the line. I could also still, oh no, I didn't block. Yeah, so it was, I guess, a little bit risky, but I had to go for counter. Oh no, I could have countered a bolt with this, so I was safe. I was safe. I had that. Hydroblasts coming in. Stormbound Geist is reasonable. Fumes seems good. Even Unexpected Fangs isn't that bad on Angler, but I don't think I want that. Dispel is also not bad. They're going to have a lot of bolts and stuff. Negate's also not bad. There's a lot of good cards in this matchup. Even Stormbound Geist isn't bad. They have Journey to Nowhere, though. I'll leave that on the board for now. In the board for now. I think we can cut actually some Snuff Outs just because, yeah, it's good, but most of their stuff is going to be like tokens. And I don't want to take too much damage against like, I think this is like an older version of Boros where they're probably on 4 Bolt, 4 Galblast. I don't really want to just be Galblasting myself on one of my spells in this matchup, I don't think. Oh, these Hydroblasts are over here. Should have to cut a lot of cards. I can just cut Fall from Favor entirely. It's going to be kind of hard to hold on to the Monarchy in this matchup, just with like their token theme. I think I like that. Faerie Seer, just a little low impact as usual. Ninja, kind of hard to get through. I could cut another Ninja, but I want Preordains. And maybe just cut a Cast Down as well. Oh no, this is too many cards. I'm just like messing up here because this is what I'm bringing in. So I guess I can leave in Cast Down for their like Glinthawks and Core Skyfishers. And I can just leave in all my ninjas just because they're good. And cut 2 Faerie Seers. Faerie Seer is not that great, especially against all their flyers. Alright, this looks good. Maybe cutting 2 Snuff Outs is wrong. I could keep one more Snuff Out in over either like a Preordain or a Ninja. Alright, let's try this. 2 Snuff Out should be fine. Just having the option of casting draw both Snuff Outs immediately. I have no mulligan in this hand anyway. I have 1 land, I can't cast anything, but that's just pretty funny. Also should definitely be playing the art of this Snuff Out. Alright, I think I have to keep this. It's not good, but I think I just keep and put back a ninja and hope these Hydroblasts are good. Raven, okay. This hand is pretty bad. Augur was a good draw, though. Maybe I'll draw land to be able to cast it. Here's to hoping. A Radiant Fountain. Prism. A Core Skyfisher. Probably bouncing Thraben Inspector. Okay. Going for the full value, yeah. Makes sense. I am going to get Island here. I know if I got Swamp, I could potentially cast down there, but I didn't, and now at least I have Hydroblast up. For whatever that worth, probably isn't really much. I need to draw another land. Prism. Alright, resolves. Do they not have it? Do they not have lands? They don't. Wow. That is good for me. Negate. I could just cast down this now. I feel like I don't care about taking the damage as much. I guess I'm just going to pass, and then they're going to Thraben Inspector, and I'll counter it with this. And then if they attack, I can get Ninja going. So I can take 2. If they don't have a land or anything, they're going to Thraben, right? They have to. I guess they could Clue. But if they do nothing, I can just flash in Spellstutter. Oh, yeah. I guess they can still Thraben off Prism. Oh, they have Pyroblast? Sure. Not too much I can do about that. They're getting all the value. Pretty far behind now. Not drawing land there was brutal. I feel like I just need to like stem the bleeding. I can't really start taking 4 a turn. I could have Faerie Seered to try to find a land next turn, but I just have to hope to draw land anyway. Alright, they're missing on lands. There's Spellstutter. Try to counter the Thraben again with my second Spellstutter that I've drawn here. Oh, the hit land and it's a red source. That's brutal. I'm going to lose this game, I'm pretty sure. Opponent got stuck, but we just got stuck a little bit harder. Like, we need to have these Hydroblasts up to protect this. Guess not. Interesting. Another Glinthawk, okay. That's good. Alright, easy Preordain. Bottom. I mean, I do kind of want Angler, but I just can't. Okay, land is good. I think I have to Augur. Agony Warp is good. Pass. Problem is I have to take 4, and they have 7 cards. Like, they really have no bolts. This is going to be real tough. Prism. Crag. Okay, Thraben doesn't really do much. That's fine. Alright, now I just go for... I guess I can go for Ninja here. Guess that's a little bit greedy. I think I have to do something though. And then I think I go Upkeep, Agony Warp, both of these. Can't take any more damage. Might die anyway to burn spells. Oh, it just gets countered. Yeah, I'm dead. Alright, that's fine though. I take 4 and then I get bolted. Yeah, okay. That is fine. We're back on the play. Maybe these are good enough just against Core Skyfisher and especially Glinthawk. Snuff Out taking 4, like I said, is kind of rough. I'm on the play here. Could just cut all the Snuff Outs, as weird as that is. Alright, I'll do it. Again, they just have so many like efficient burn spells and a lot of card advantage that I'd never really want to be taking 4. It's kind of weird, but I still have other removal spells for their flyers, and these could just be really annoying for them as well. Just hope not to get journeyed. Alright, I'll keep. Not perfect, but somewhat functional. They're on 6. Okay. Of course, haven't had any easy matches with this deck. Makes sense, given the deck. Difficult to pilot. I can't guarantee draw this Preordain, but I mean off Augur. But I think I still just top. I think these are where I want to be. I can just turn 2 Augur here. Maybe even just turn 3 Stormbound Geist. Seems good. Just gonna jam. Of course I miss. It's fine. I mean, that is really bad to miss on Augur there. Just bolted. And then Boros Garrison. Okay, well, get to resolve Stormbound Geist, so that's nice. Just get that down. I thought they were just gonna slam Journey. I was like, please no. Alright, that's good. Let's go Preordain. Don't want Island, but Fumes is interesting. I feel like it's not good enough in general. The problem is they get value out of their flyers now with this Prism down. Glinthawk. Alright. Yeah, they get to replay Prism, which is annoying. I get to kill it, but this is certainly not ideal. Oh, Core Skyfisher. Return a permanent you control? I mean, they're not going to return Glinthawk, right? But I'll still just kill it now. So they have to return land, and then I killed this also. Okay, sure. Guess I just get another island. Okay. I can't counter Prism, but I can counter Instance or red spells. See what they go for here. They could be scared of Spellstutter or Counterspell for sure. Glinthawk. That's bad. Definitely not ideal. Preordain. I think I have to bottom. I don't think Spellstutter is really doing it. Brutal. I don't think I can attack either. And that is not good. And then they're gonna journey. Okay. Prism. We're still just getting so much value out of these Glinthawks and Core Skyfishers. It's gonna take some good draws for us to get out of this now. Yeah. See, now with this Prism, just like every one of these is like a 3 mana 2/2 flying. Draw card. Draw card is the important part. Counterspell. They had to discard. Wow. If they go for Prism here, I think I even just counterspell it. As funny as that is, maybe not anymore. I feel like I just still should. I'm not sure. Another one? Yeah. That's what I thought might happen, but I felt like I should go for it. Alright, Preordain is good. Yeah, these aren't. I don't think these are what I want. I should have kept that other Spellstutter potentially. Okay. Get Angler down. Pass. That's good. I feel like they don't have Journey or they would have already cast it on Stormbound Geist. I have Dispel and Hydroblast up. Best case, they like try to double bolt this or something. They have the Journey. Okay. And they hit that. Yeah, makes sense. Now they're like probably winning the race by a long shot. I just feel like I'm super dead here. Core Skyfisher. Can't counter it. Just got a little bit flooded, I think. Brutal. And they're even at 23. Yeah, we just drew 7 lands. Taking 6. There's no way I can come back. I'll try. Another one, jeez. Opponent's just perfectly doing the thing. Good games. We're dead. They're at 20. We're at 10. They have 8 power in the air. I'll just take my draw step. If it's a bad card, I'll just concede. Like, I really don't think I have any out to do with all these creatures. Another one? Alright, I'll just concede. GG's. 1-1. That was a close match. Another land, jeez. I wonder if there's anything I could have done in that last game. Could have not countered the Pathetic Prism. I could have kept the Spellstutter Sprite on top that we bottomed. I think that was probably right to keep the Spellstutter. It just felt bad considering like I knew there's a lot of 2-drops they can play, so I didn't really want to do that. But either way, close match. It was well fought. 2 really close matches, so let's go game 3, see what we can do. We're 1-1 now. Welcome to round 3. We're against Merc. And I'll keep this hand. A lot of blue spells. Looks good. Blue spells are good, right? Against planes. Interesting. Oh god. That's scary. When this deck draws well, it can be tough, especially if you don't have the right interaction. We don't have any swamps and snuff outs here, so it might be tough. I could have gone Faerie Seer, but I don't hate just going Preordain here, trying to find exactly what we need. As bad as it is, I think I need to top the Ash Barrens. Because I need to find Snuff Outs and Cast Downs, I think. I think I can bottom the Augur, though. I don't think I really have time for that. It's weird to not lead Faerie Seer, but I think I'm fine with the Preordain. Next turn I'm planning just to go Island Go and just leave up Counterspell. I can also potentially just resolve this fall from favor. Looks like they're on one land. I've seen versions of this list. They literally play 12 planes and no way to really draw cards to get there. They're just like hoping to draw one or two lands and then just like play all their one drops and make huge things and have a high density of spells. But yeah, I'm just gonna go Island Go. They play something like an Ethereal Armor, I'll just counter it. Actually, I don't even know. I could just go like cycle Ash Barrens right now for Swamp, play Faerie Seer, and then just plan on Fall from favoring this. But I think that's a little bit greedy. Like if they just don't play a spell to leave up like protection, then I'm only taking two, and then I can probably beat that. Alright, Sentinel's Eyes is fine. Now I have to just hope they don't have a land, and I can just go Fall from favor. Then I also have to hope that they don't have the it's 2 mana flash enchantment. Choose a color, target creature, enchanted creature gains protection from that color. It's a new card. That card can kind of wreck Fall from favor. Right, let's just go for it. Don't think they have any way to stop that. So they can, if they drew a land, they could play that thing right now. Yeah, Emergence Gaze. So it gains protection from the color of your choice and rebound. Interesting. Ooh. Cast down though. Cast down though. Alright, so now I can just go land, cast down this now. Oh, they have a Hyena Umbra on it. Never mind, maybe I don't want to. Alternatively, I can go it just says if enchanted creature would be destroyed, remove all damage and destroy this aura. I can't go Fall from favor right now because their Emergence Gaze is coming back. So yeah, I can't really go cast down right now. So I think I can just pass with Counterspell and Spellstutter Sprite up and just let the Emergence Gaze resolved, take some damage, and go from there. Oh, but then they take the Monarch. That is annoying. I can always flash in Spellstutter though. I have to discard. That's annoying. Just discard Brainstorm. I can even just counter this, but the Hyena Umbra is what is like annoying. I could Fall from favor here. Next turn. Just gonna let this happen. They're gonna go pro blue, I assume. Yeah, pro blue. So I'm gonna let them take the Monarch for one turn, flash and Spellstutter to take it back. So if they Hyena Umbra, I have to look this up. I'm looking up if I'm looking up if I play cast down on this, does it still do the damage to me? I think it does. It replaces the destruction effect. Yeah, so that's a good judge call, but if I cast on this, it's still attacking and it's still going to hit me. So I just have to let it hit me and then flash in Spellstutter Sprite. I don't even want to cast down this because I'm just planning to Fall from favor next turn. Wow, they're going mutagenic. Alright, well they get a counter, but I'll just Spellstutter this, I think. Just to save 2 damage, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna play this anyway. Alright, I take 7. They take the Monarchy. But I'm going to take it back. I do have a Counterspell up, but I need a land to be able to go Fall from Favor with Counter up. Oh man, that's brutal. That is brutal. This freaking Hyena Umbra is just wrecking me. I feel like they have Apostle's Blessing or something here. May have just misplayed this game too. It also gains hexproof. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, I'm probably dead now. I'm like just straight up dead basically. Any like protection from colored spell, I just lose. I can play Faerie Seer here. Plan on chumping. But I think I'm dead. Feels pretty bad to lose to one plains hand here. Just bottom these. Draw. I should have fetched first probably too. Just tilted. Losing to that deck. They have an 8-12. I can chump though. I don't want to lose to the one plains. Come on. I don't even know if I have that. I mean, I guess I can draw like another removal spell is what I need to do. Easy block. Another cast down, snuff out, anything like that. Okay, that resolves. Let's get another swamp here, just in case. In case I need to play double cast down. Ninja, huh? So I could play Augur. That could find me a cast down. I could just lead Preordain. I think I lead Preordain. Let's do that. Preordain. There's the Snuff Out. Okay. There's another Augur. I don't think I need another Augur. But obviously we'll take a Snuff Out. Then I'll just go Snuff Out for pay for a life. Kill this. I go to 3 and cast down this. Then pass the turn with Spellstutter and Counterspell up. So we still may get there. We have the Monarch. We have a blocker. We have counterspells. They're on still one plains. The old 12 plane special. Snuff Out is so good in this matchup. That was nice to hit the Snuff Out when we needed it. Sentinel's Eyes. Just Spellstutter that. I suppose they could have land. They can't attack. There's no way. Wow, 1,000,000 Spellstutters. That should be enough, right? I think I just attack with only one. Then I ninja it. Draw, yes. Another counterspell. Okay, I'll just pass. Ash Barrens. Okay. Can cycle that later. Get another land. They've been on one land all game and they're still in this. I I do feel pretty safe. I mean, if they drew another land there and they could play multiple 1-drops a turn, I might lose, but they're just playing one spell a turn here. I'm super safe. And now that I untap, I can play multiple counter spells a turn. And I still have 7 cards as well. So now, as long as they didn't draw land this turn, on like turn 8, I should be fine. Blessing. Just trying to pump it. I mean, I'm just gonna Spellstutter. Counter that. Then cycle. Now have a million counters up. Faerie Seer is fine. I think I can just attack with 2 things. I guess 6. Yeah, I don't want to play Faerie Seer even. I want to have triple counter up, I guess. I guess there's no reason to. Could have attacked with 1 more thing. I think now it's actually over. Bottom top. I'm just going to cast down this now while they're tapped out. And then I just really can't lose. Just counter that. Just going to counter everything they play now. Woo! That was funny. Alright, this destroys creatures and enchantments. Chainer's Edict is good. Fumes is good. Dispel is good. Negate isn't bad. Don't know if it's good enough. Unexpected Fangs is not good. Relic is not good. Like I said, Negate's not bad. I just don't know if it's exactly like better than my other cards. I need to side out something. Do I even need these anglers to win? I think I just need to like stop their plan. I don't think angler really does much. Can cut a ninja. Can cut some Faerie Seers along. I like to trim the ninja package when I just like want to bring in a ton of interaction. I like that. I could also cut Agony Warp just because it doesn't kill everything. But my other removal does kill everything. Feed the Swarm seems great. Chainer's Edict seems great. Counterspell. Fumes. Snuff Out. I feel like we're favored in this matchup. If we just are able to like kill all their stuff, counter their spells, we can just win with like spell stutters and stuff. I mean, we can't win with 0 lands, but opponent had 1 land like pretty much all game until the last turn. So we just got kind of gifted there. I do like this fairy build better than the straight Delver build. The Delver build just seems really punishing, like hard to play. You don't get the Spellstutter Ninja benefit. I think it's just Spellstutter Ninja is just so good in the format still. We're gonna mulligan. They kept 7, so lucky. Keep. I'll just put back a swamp. I don't need 2 swamps. Fine with 1. And they go creature. Sure. I'm just gonna go land go. Not gonna play Terramorphic yet, and not gonna play Brainstorm yet. Save the Terramorphic for a Brainstorm shuffle later, perhaps. Two land. Now that they played the second land, now I need them to have like 4 or 5 lands. Alright, cat is actually annoying. That's something I did not want to see. But they're not putting any auras on their stuff yet. Interesting. I'll just go island go, leave up counter. If they play like a heroic card, I might just want to counterspell it. Potentially. I can brainstorm shuffle next turn potentially. I think I'd rather, like I said, just leave a counterspell here. I can take 2 all day. Do I want to fire off a Brainstorm now that I have 2? That seems fine. I can always shuffle 1 card away. Oh, Benevolent Blessing right now. They're going to name black, potentially. Wow. I get kind of wrecked by that. So now I don't really know how I beat that. I can shuffle one of these cards away. That's meaning I have to use Terramorphic, which I suppose is fine. I can just shuffle away Brainstorm. Yeah, it's fine. It's not perfect, but I think it's okay. Just pass. A bunch of counters up. I want this Preordain too. I'd rather have the Preordain than the Brainstorm, which is why I shuffled the Brainstorm away. It's hard to like infinitely play around this. Like I can't just not ever play spells. I am only getting hit for 2 here, which is fine. If they play a creature, I'm going to counter. If they play an aura, I can Spellstutter. This can kill Spellstutters potentially. I think I need to draw my 1 Feed the Swarm. Faerie Seer. I think I just go land Preordain. I guess I could have not played land first. Actually, surprisingly, don't think I want these. I need to just like find an actual out to this. All right. I'll just pass. I guess I actually Faerie Seer, because then I still have Spellstutter up. Maybe this was wrong, because they can potentially provoke and kill my Faerie Seer. Okay, there's the Feed the Swarm. Do I want the Augur into the guaranteed hit on Feed the Swarm? I think that's a little bit greedy. I think I'll just bottom top. Because they could go double aura on this and try to kill this. But then I could Feed the Swarm the Benevolent Blessing. Right, I'll just counter this. It's not an ideal one to counterspell because it can just escape, but is what it is. Force them to play another card. At least I like somewhat stabilize here in the fact that I can go Feed the Swarm on Benevolent Blessing. I was going to say I'll Snap Block Cat. Oh, this thing has first strike. So I have to block with this. All right. That is annoying for sure. I'll just kill this now and then pass. And then they can eat my Faerie Seer, and I'm gonna have to try to come back from there, which I might be able to do because I have Counterspell this turn and then Cast Down plus Counterspell next turn. So that's a lot. They can just attack and Convoke. They should attack with all. Yeah. I'm still at 10 though. That's a healthy life total. I have to block because of Convoke. That's why they play this card. So they can just start eating creatures with the big Deathblade Elite. If they don't play anything. Chainer's Edict's actually a fine draw. I could just play Augur here. I could also just pass and not do anything. I'm not under that much pressure. I could play Augur. Let's just pass. See if they go for anything on their turn. Cycling. I could try to kill the Deathblade Elite now. It may leave me open. But then I risk them having double protection next turn. All right, let's just go for this. They're going to try to protect it, and I'm going to have to counterspell it. And their board is Sacred Cat, Warrior, 2 planes, 4 cards in hand. And I have Chainer's Edict, Augur, Counterspell. So I have definitely potential to win this game. Now I need them to just draw planes, basically. They just draw planes. It's just like doesn't do much. Which is why they play such a low land count usually. Another Deathblade, and the cartouche of Solidarity is really annoying against Chainer's Edict for sure. Oh, they just tap out for Sentinel size. Interesting. There's Spellstutter. I think I'm just going to go Augur, leave up Counter, and Spellstutter. Another Counterspell would be nice. Snuff Out is good. I can just snuff this out now while they can't protect it. Yeah, let's go. Could wait and then try to stop them from playing auras that way, but I think I just like this now. I think that was wrong actually, because it's not doing anything yet. I can block that. I guess this is fine. If they go for Sentinel's Eyes, I can actually just let it resolve. Because it's really not doing much yet. I'm at 5, which is not super healthy, but also not terrible. Yeah, if they go for Sentinel's Eyes, I'll actually just let that resolve. Because then they still don't really have attacks until my 1/3. And then I can play Chainer's Edict with my counterspells up next turn, which is looking good. All right, it says waiting to pay cost. Are they trying to cast this? I'm not really sure. I don't really care about a big lifelinker. I think like if I take over the game, the lifelink doesn't matter too much. I think it does a little bit, but I think it's more about like controlling the game. All right, this I counter. The Deathblades are actually kind of annoying. Trailblazer, okay. Faerie Seer is interesting. Do I even Chainer's Edict? Or do I just Faerie Seer? I think I just Faerie Seer. Faerie Seer is not that good. I could top this. Sure. I don't think I'm blocking with Spellstutter. Let's just attack. I won't counter Sentinel's Eyes, but think I'll counter pretty much anything else. Hmm. Problem is Sentinel's Eyes on Trailblazer actually makes it a 3/3, but if I counter it, then they just recast it anyway. This card's pretty annoying. The old mismatched planes, huh? Brutal. I guess we are playing this art counterspell, which I don't like. Let me see, can I change that right now? Didn't even try, honestly. I don't think it's going to change it. We'll see for next round. Wow, they didn't put any auras on? That's weird. What are they scared of? All these matches have been long. Alright, I'll Preordain. I mean, it's gotta be good enough, right? The only thing it's not great is against Sentinel's Eyes, which they were kind of too scared to cast. I feel like they don't have a protection spell. I'll just attack for one. I'll leave the Faerie Seer back. I don't think the one damage is that relevant. I just don't really want to block with this anyway. And I'd rather block with this. Oh, they're playing like a rebound spell on end step or something to try to make a big Trailblazer. Makes sense. Oh, Benevolent Blessing. Yeah, I can't let that resolve, unfortunately. That card's annoying. It's like all our removal is black. So if they just throw black and then they make this like a 4/4 or something, our blue creatures can't hang with it. And then our black removal can't kill it. And then we lose. So we were kind of lucky to find Feed the Swarm to deal with the first one because we didn't have a counter spell. Honestly, the way these decks play out, I just really like mono blue aggro. Not having two colors of mana seems pretty helpful. And just seems like a really efficient, solid deck. I don't like having to play tap lands when you can help it. Okay, it's a 2/6, sure. I'll just not attack now. I could have just cast Chainer's Edict. Probably should have. I guess I could draw Suffocating Fumes. Would be a good draw. And there's the third land, finally. Also, opponent is taking their time. Ethereal Armor on that. I just need to counterspell that, unfortunately. So they have a 1/5, a 2/6, and two 1/1s. Guess I can't really have 6. I don't want to show them that I don't have instant speed removal. At 5 also. They should definitely start attacking. Alright, I'll just take one. So Suffocating Fumes would be awesome here, because I can deal with these and then maybe Chainer's Edict. Right, there's a cast down. I think I just wait on it, actually. If they go for an enchantment, then I can go for cast down in response. If they just attack with both, I can block this one and then cast down this one. Or I guess I can even cast down the 2/6 first. Might be a little safer. I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess then they could go for a protection spell. I mean, I'm at 4. They have to kind of not have a protection spell for me to win. We're thinking about playing something. They're just going to start by attacking. I'll just try to kill this one. I don't really want that Sentinel's Eyes to go to the graveyard. Just start by trying to kill this one. I can also just start chumping at some point. Alright, they have Emerge Unscathed, okay. Probably can't beat that. So I'll go down to 2. If they have a pump spell, I lose. But that's fine. We'll get them in the third game. They're also on a little bit of time pressure here, which should never happen in this matchup. All right. I guess they can just go Emerge Unscathed blue and then I lose. I have to just actually not play Chainer's Edict because they should probably Emerge Unscathed black. And then I can chump. I mean, I think I lose no matter what here. I don't think I have outs at this point. They just go pro blue, I lose. Alright, I'll just F6. The Chainer's Edicts can be awkward, especially against the Cartouche. I guess it's exiled. Because this creates another thing, plays around the Edict effect. However, I still think it's worth it because on some boards, it's just going to be such a big blowout and they can't use their protection spells to stop this. So it's definitely worth. Yeah, I don't think I want Agony Warp. Don't think I want Angler. I don't think that's really what this matchup is about. Negate's a little bit clunky. I'd rather just have removal spells. Let's go like this. Oh no, not like this. I'll keep that. I have Brainstorm Shuffle. So I think I'm just gonna pass the turn and then turn 2 Brainstorm Shuffle rather than turn 1 Brainstorm. It's the old legacy play here. I don't hate this art, actually. This art's cool. Whoa, pro black, 1 mana, 1/1. I don't think I've ever seen this card. 1 mana, 1/1 pro black? Is that for like mono black? That's insane. Alright, do I go for Brainstorm now so I can like Edict this? No. Preordain's good, but I think I Brainstorm Shuffle. Oh my god. Pro black, huh? Need to find Chainer's Edict. Death Speakers. Actually, I think this art is kind of bringing it back to me. I may have seen it, but I totally forgot it existed. I've never seen them run that. I've seen them run these like 2-drops with pro black with cycling and stuff. Now this is going to be kind of rough. Let's see, I think I lead actually Preordain. I might just go Preordain into Augur this turn because I could potentially set up I was gonna say set up a Augur guaranteed hit, but I don't want either of these, so I'm just gonna bottom both. And I'm still gonna play Augur, I think. Can block this as of right now. Spell's fine. It's not fantastic. Oh, I do not want to F6. What am I doing? If they try to like suit this up with like a big enchantment, I may need to snuff out in response. All right, I got my Augur down. I got my Dispels in hand. My hand is looking decent. So I really just need Chainer's Edict still, because I can go like kill this right now, Chainer's Edict this. Opponent is just taking their sweet, sweet time. I usually record like late at night. It's almost midnight. Like I'm trying to go to bed at some point. I gotta finish this league. Vault Scourge? Wow, opponent's going deep on the black hate. Hang on, bro. Alright, well we can't snuff out that. It's a black creature. Resolves. Why would they not high number this? That makes no sense. Just because I have an Augur out? I'm actually going to Brainstorm shuffle here. Well, that didn't work out. I mean, Chainer's Edict is good. Can't quite take advantage of it yet. I need another removal spell. I can play a couple of Preordains this turn, though. Another Chainer's Edict. All right, that's what I want. Bottom, top. Preordain. I think actually both of these, I think I want both of these actually. Yeah, these seem great. Top, top. All right, now I have double Snuff Out up and double Edict. So if a Chainer creature would be destroyed, but Sacrifice still deals with it. So I can snuff out this. I can start edicting them. I want them not to have any more creatures. That's what I need. No more creatures. All right, that's fine. That is fine. I can also fall from favor that. Oh, Ethereal Armor that. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Oh, and they can make me block Elite if they want. That would be bad for them. So I'm taking 7 here. Do I block this now? I think yes, actually. Surprisingly, because next turn I can go snuff out this Chainer's Edict. Yeah, so I go snuff out here. Chainer's Edict you. Then they probably have to sack this. I couldn't go fall from favor yet because they have 2 attackers, but I can probably fall from favor next turn. I also have another Snuff Out. I think I'm actually doing okay here. I also have double Dispel. Oh, they kept this. Wow. Maybe they thought the Hyena Umbras would work. I think this is good for me, especially with the double Dispel and the Chainer's Edict and the Snuff Out. Because if they play a creature, all right, yeah, this is fine. I can just fall from favor this with the spell up. I think I'm okay. That is actually annoying, but it's definitely beatable. Because I can go snuff out this and then edict you, or I can go snuff out. Yeah, I think I have to go snuff out, then edict, and then fall from favor the next creature they play. So that's the line. So I take 4, because it has Pro Black. And then I go Snuff Out here. Ooh, now I have a Counterspell. But yeah, I still just go Edict. They have 2 cards in hand, and I have Counterspell, Dispel, Dispel, Fall from Favor. Looking good. So if they play a creature, like if they Embalm, I could potentially even let that resolve. Well, I guess I can't counter it. But I can Fall from Favor it with Dispel up. Not with double Dispel up. Yes, please. I'm close to flashing back Chainer's Edicts as well, which is nice. If they go for instant speed protection, I'm just going to Dispel it. I can even counter the enchantment that gives Pro Blue with Counterspell. Ooh, another Counterspell. Nice. Feeling good, feeling good. And another land for the opponent. See, that's what happens a lot with that deck. We're still like not guaranteed to win by any means. Sentinel's Eyes on that? I mean, yeah, that's top down. Resolves. I'm the Monarch right now, and I'm 1 black source away from flashing back Chainer's Edicts. Sweet. Double Counterspell plus Dispel up here. Sign me up. Yeah, I'll Preordain. Yeah, these both look great. I get to just draw both of them this turn because I have the Monarchy. I think it's locked up now. 5 counterspells plus a removal spell, and they just drew some lands. Just time them out, I guess. No, I can play a ninja at some point. All right, well now I can just... Do I just Spellstutter right now so I don't have to discard? I think it's worth. I mean, I'm still gonna have to discard actually. Do I discard Dispel or another Spellstutter? I'll just discard Dispel. Right, I'm just gonna attack and ninja this. That should do it. Land. Sweet. Just discard Brainstorm, and I have to discard 2 cards. Don't really want to discard another Swamp. All right. I have to discard Spellstutter, as weird as that is. I could have discarded Swamp, but I kind of want my second Swamp. I can start Edicting. Opponent just got flooded at the end here, but I think it would have been tough for them regardless. Now I just leave up infinite counters. Literally have 6 counter spells and a removal spell up. I guess I should have flashed in the spells that are end of turn there. So I have 8, 9, 10 mana. Let's just go play this, pass. Wow. I think I'll keep my 1 mana counterspell, I suppose. Quad counterspell. Sweet. They're trying to save up before I can kill them. I should have flashed in the Spellstutters earlier for more damage. I'm at 4, so I can't snuff out for life. Suffocating Fumes is interesting, but Might even just end up discarding it here. I'm just going to counter any creature that they try to play. I suppose if their hand is like literal perfect like protections, they could come back. Discard 2 cards. Emerge unscathed. I think I just dispel it. Benevolent Blessing. All right, now do I go for cast down? Seems fine. They have 3 cards left. Blessing. All right, let's just keep fighting. Fighting the good fight here. I still have 2 more counter spells. All right. Looks like we won the counter battle. And still with double counter spell it. Whew! Do not like losing to that to this mono white or his deck. I really, this deck can get some wins. It's beaten me a couple times, but I don't think this deck is very good. I would not recommend bringing it to challenges and stuff like that. Whew. A lot of long matches. 2-1, going round 4. I'm getting tired. I want to go to bed. Let's finish this league up. See if we can 4-1 it. Let's see if we can win. I'll see you in round 4. All right. After that nail biter against mono white auras, we're 2-1. We're against Ori Power. Round 4. We're on the play. Keep this hand. Preordain into counterspell, counterspell. And yeah, our art did not change, so punished for regging the bad art. And just easy lead Preordain here. I think I want both of these. Maybe I could bottom the Spellstutter, but I feel like in most matchups it's reasonable. Okay, Glade cover. Just gonna go land pass. Might need to counter stuff. Abundant Growth. Just gonna counter that. Did they not have another land? Whoa. Easy block there. That wasn't even a question. I don't even want to Aqueduct because I want to be able to counter any creature they play. I'm just not going to. I can't risk them playing a creature yet. Like, why would they trade their Boggle? That makes no sense. Just gonna continue to pass for now. All right, I'll let that resolve. Just gonna continue to pass. It sucks, but needed 1 more land. Okay, they don't want to. Okay, now I can play land and then pass, and then next turn I can Aqueduct. Yeah, because I just counter this and hope they don't have any more Boggles. Perfect. All right, Ash Barrens. I mean, I think the line is just Augur, see what I hit, right? Counterspell. So now I can just Aqueduct. So I can't counter anything this turn. Now I may be able to be far enough ahead where I can just get the win anyway, even if they play another Boggle here. If they do, I'm in rough shape, but they're still only on 2 mana. They don't even have it. Wow. Now I think I win. They have to discard too. And Spellstutter? Jeez. Oops. Yeah, we had the ninja. Okay. Whew, that was like such a bad misplay. Attacking with this Glade Cover Scout into our Spellstutter. I have no idea what that was. Fumes, Edicts, Negates. Oh, and Feed the Swarm, of course. Not just, I don't know if I want Dispel. Fall from Favor doesn't really do anything. Angler's not great also. I really just need to like counter like what they're doing. All this removal is actually kind of bad too. Like all of this is pretty bad. Like this is so much better. I can bring in Unexpected Fangs, make my own big thing. I can bring in Dispels. They might, a lot of times they bring in like weird cards like Dispel or Pyroblast and stuff. So I can bring in Dispels for those, or I can just go with this. I think I just go with this. Oh, I still have 3 Snuff Outs. I mean, most of their creatures, if not all of them, have Hexproof. So let's just side out like pretty much all the removal. And then just go with like Feed the Swarm, Chainer's Edicts, bunch of counter spells. Try the negates. Again, I don't think the removal spells like Cast Down do anything at all. Their deck is just boggles and enchantments, basically. It's more about them like kind of like drawing slightly too many lands or slightly too many utopias for all effects or mulling to 5 or that kind of stuff. Let me try to put this here. Okay. Move it down just a tiny bit. Yeah, it's more about them like not functioning perfectly, and then we're able to like counter something, get an edict off, win that way. They just punted game 1. I think depending on their hand, they should have been able to win there, but maybe their hand was like all 3-drop auras or something. Looks like the opponent is either not here or tanking. I'll just pause for a second, come back. All right, opponent came back. This hand is actually not great, but I'm going to keep. At least we have Faerie Seer into Spellstutter Sprite. We can scry. We can try to find an Edict or something. They kept 6, and then they kept in land Abundant Growth. Interesting. Chainer's Edict. Edict on the scry one time. Don't think I want Swamp. I feel like Spellstutter is good though. It's like a counterspell that's also a body. Seems good, right? They don't go like Boggle right now. They get kind of screwed because then I can counter future Boggles. So they're kind of in a bad spot. That deck is just like so weird. It's like so hard to interact with, obviously. It's like everything's hexproof, but you need lands, you need auras, you need good mana, and you need Boggles all in your hand. It's like if you don't have one of the pieces, you don't have any way to really find them. Meanwhile, they just go Ledgewalker and kill me here, but okay, maybe not. No Boggle one time. Oh, Young Wolf. Young Wolf is beautiful. I can just attack. If they want to load up a Young Wolf with auras, that's fine. I need to counter the Boggles. the hexproof creatures. That resolves. I don't care about that. Rancor. I think they don't have a boggle. I think I'm just going to counter this Rancor. If they attack, do I block? I feel like no. I know this plays around Chainer's Edict, but they have a boggle and an ethereal armor. That was literally worst case scenario. I mean, they outplayed me there. I could have let this resolve, try to counter this, but can't always play around it. I think I just go Brainstorm, try to hit Island. I do. Let's see. I can play Ninja. I can play Augur. I can Augur guaranteed hit this counterspell. That's not bad. I can shuffle away like a Faerie Seer. Yeah, I like that, I think. I want to hold on to this land too. If they attack for 6, I think I just take. Yeah, I liked our line. Oh, not like this. Not like this. Alright, well, they had what they needed. Now, I don't know what I can do now. Now I know they have Young Wolf, which is good, and I'll be on the play. But this has Trample now, so I'm pretty much just done. There's the Edict. I maybe shouldn't have even showed that to them, but it is what it is. They might not be able to have Young Wolf every time. They have some ways to play around Edict. I might want a couple of removal spells over like the Dispels, it looks like. Alright, I think I'm dead now. I guess I could find Feed the Swarm and kill this. Alright, I guess I'm not 100% dead. So I have to block 6 power of this. Now I'm dead. Okay, we'll get him in the next game. But now we definitely want some number of removal spells. Could even consider some Fall from Favors. But I think I just like Snuff Outs actually because there's 0 mana. Yeah, let's get these Dispels out of there. Let's go like this. I don't want too many removal spells. I can also just counter Young Wolf. Alright, yeah, I'll keep. This hand looks fine. This might be a hand where I go Brainstorm and then upkeep cycle Ash Barrens potentially. Right. Turn 1 Sprawl is fine. I think I just Brainstorm right now. And then see what I draw into, see what I want to do. Alright, well there's a Counterspell. So I'm definitely going to play Island Counterspell next turn, so I'm not going to shuffle right now. So I can just put back like Fangs Angler. Go to my turn, then pass. I just need to counter any Boggle basically. I don't need Fangs yet, yeah, so I just counter this. Had Ledgewalker too. Brutal. Let's cycle this. Maybe I should have cycled to not draw Fangs, but I thought maybe I was supposed to draw it. Could be wrong. If they have an aura here, I'm kind of screwed. I can always snuff out the plant. And then I could always draw Edict. Probably should have cycled this away with this Ash Barrens. Alright, Chainer's Edict off the top. Let's go. Yep, there's the cloak. It's not that bad though. Let's see, I have 3. So I also can make an interesting play here, which I think I might do. On my turn, I can always snuff out this plant and then play Angler, because that gives me 1 more card in the graveyard to be able to do so. So I can just take 3. Alright, well now I don't even necessarily need to. I can just wait on the snuff out. I do need to draw Edict though, and have them not play another hexproof creature. Okay, well, I might need to snuff out both of these. Not another aura, please. Rancor, that's another aura. First strike trample. Okay, I'm taking 6. I can Unexpected Fangs this though. That's something. Let's attack. They don't block. Let's see if next turn, if they don't attack with Ledgewalker. God. It's 12 power. Now I can't even double snuff out. Oh no, I can if I attack. Alright, well, let's snuff out this, and then go to 1. Alright. Ninja. That doesn't do it, right? And I can't ninja this because then I don't gain the life. I think I'm dead. I think I have to ninja it though, because I'm just dead with what I have. That sucks. Oh no! No! If we could have gained life off the Angler, we go up to 7, we snuff out this, and then we Edict. But now they have a 12-10 first strike trample. Oh, it's so brutal. We were so close. That sucked. All right. 2 and 2, going for the 3-2 here. Come on. Screw Boggles. Screw Hexproof. That's dumb. All right, round 5. Let's go. Like, there was not really any play to that match. I'm just salty because I lost. I think this is the mulligan. I just think it's not good enough with the 1 land. Yeah, this is a snap keep. I think I can just put back Ash Barrens and then lead Evolving Wilds for Swamp. Opponent's on 6. Wait, did we play this person already? Played them in round 2 and lost. Jeez. Let's see if they're on the same deck. They were on Boros before. They're on 4 this time. I assume they're going to be on the same deck, just different league. They probably know that we're on the same deck because our matches took so long that we're on the same league. Yep, almost certainly on the same deck. Gonna lead Fairy or Augur over Faerie Seer. Of course, I miss, but I'm pretty likely to be able to connect with Ninja here. Okay, never mind. A bolt into Boros Garrison. Probably just gonna lose against a Multifor here. These both seem reasonable. I don't know if I need another Snuff Out. It's good in some situations and it's bad in others. Therefore, I think I just bottom it. Here, Wellspring, that's fine. Okay, now I get to Ninja. I think I'll Ninja and then Preordain. Just gonna go Preordain most likely. Okay, these are both 100% keeps. Top. And I think I will play Faerie Seer. And top. Oh, I should have topped in the other order so I could hit Counterspell off the Augur. That was a punt. It's probably fine though. All right, Kuldotha, sure. Into Prism, sure. Definitely a punt though. Do they have Bolt? No. I think keeping the fall from favor is fine. See if they go for the triple block here. They should, I think. No, they're just single blocking. That's, I mean, better for me. I know fall from favor's on top. I'm just gonna cycle because I can't hit it. I mean, maybe leaving the counterspell there was fine in the end. Because now I have the counterspell in hand rather than the fall from favor, which I think is actually better. Cast down, sure. So now I don't necessarily even need to counter like a core Skyfisher. I might anyway, just because it like draws a card. Most of their creatures draw a card at this point though. I could let core Skyfisher resolve and then counter the Pathetic Prism on the way back down, potentially. I don't know if that's worth. Alright, well, now I just let these resolve. Once they have multiples, it doesn't really help to fight over them. At this point, it's better to fight over the creatures. Surprisingly, I think I just counter this. It's kind of funny, but oh wow, they Gal Blast my thing. Brutal. In kind of rough shape. Spellstutter Faerie Seer. Alright, so I can put 2 cards back and then scry them to the bottom. Could draw Snuff Out. Don't think I want to, honestly. Not having that fall from favor here is pretty brutal. I think I'll just attack just for 1. I think I'll counter most things with Spellstutter. See what they do here. Maybe this matchup just isn't great for me. I mean, it already seems kind of rough. Guardian of the Guild Pack. Alright, well, I can't counter that. I have 1 out. And there's the Snuff Out that I bottomed. I have a This is the card I didn't really care about. I have the one target creature gets -3, -0, one gets -0, -3. Agony Warp. I have one of those in my deck. I mean, I can beat Guardian potentially, but it sucks I couldn't counter it. I think I just let this resolve now. Bolt Augur. I'll counter that. Not really sure if I should, but it seems good just to leave Augur around. And Galvblast Augur. Okay. They got my Augur. Can't kill this. Do I have to cast down a 1/1? No, I need to save that for like their flyers. I think I can just take 4. They have 1 card in hand. And there's the Agony Warp. Okay. That is huge. I guess I can just play it on their upkeep. Drawing the Agony Warp was obviously perfect. -3, -0, -0, -3. Just save 1 damage doing it on upkeep. Another one? Oh, Palace Sentinels. That is ballsy. Because I can take back the Monarch and likely stop them from taking it back from me. Maybe they felt like they had to cast something, but yeah, that's super ballsy. Do I snuff out this? I don't think so. I can just take 1. But I can play 2 removal spells next turn and take back the... Wow, and play Counterspell. Yeah, I think I'm looking good now. So... I think I just attack with 2. I could just attack with 1. Yeah, just gonna attack with 1 thing. Take the Monarchy. And upkeep. Cast down this. And then I still have Snuff Out and Counterspell up. And I can just go block walk on these goblins. Counter any creature. And they kind of just gave me the Monarchy. That's the downside of Monarchy cards. When you're kind of behind, it's you feel like you have to cast them, and then they like often end up like losing you the game. Like I'll just block these, sure. Another Guardian. Wow, multiple Guardians. That's not what I like to see. At the last second before I started this recording, I went from 2 Agony Warps to 1, and then I don't even know if I did this on the recording, but I don't think I did. Right before, I think I had 2 Agony Warps, 2 cast downs, and I went to 3 cast down, 1 Agony Warp, just because cast down answers more things. The only thing it doesn't answer is this. But I don't think Guardian's necessarily like that insane against me anyway. It's 4 mana. All right. I think I actually do want Stormbound Geist. I know they have Journey, but that's about it. I think I do want Suffocating Fumes. Maybe they side out Kuldotha Rebirths, though. Maybe this just isn't good. I feel like I should just have it, and I feel like it's safe to have it. Dispels and Hydroblasts seem worth it. Most of their spells are going to be white that I care about, though, in addition, but yeah, I feel like it's worth it. I don't know if they're on the exact same thing. Do I even want Negates? I don't think so. No, Faerie Seer is a little weak. I think I want Dispels and Hydroblasts. Seems good. just do this. I honestly don't remember if that's exactly what I did last time, but this seems reasonable now that I've played the matchup a little more. I kind of like, I don't necessarily go by sideboarding plans. Like if I play in like let's say a PT level event, I will practice and have specific sideboarding plans, but especially when I'm playing in leagues, I kind of like to go by feel and just like depending on what I see from the opponent, depending on how they're playing, I like to sideboard certain ways. I know this is similar to how I ended up after game two and I sideboarded into Stormbound Geist against them. I know it's similar. Don't know if it's exactly the same, but I like to just like try this configuration and see how that feels. And as I play more, I get more like honed in on exactly how I want my deck to be built post board against certain matchups. All right, let's keep. This hand's not perfect. Opponent also mulled to 4 last game, and they were like in the game. That was insane. They're on 5. I mean, I know their deck is red and white colors, but it can like generate insane value through like their prisms and then their like core Skyfisher like balance effects, stuff like that. So they can like really generate like actually a lot more value than we can. I think I just top. I can just try to ninja next turn. Like it's unlikely that they kill this after leading Radiant Fountain. Yeah, I just get to ninja and then they can kill ninja, but I already drew a card off of it. Sign me up. And then if they like tap out to kill this now, then I can just tap out for this and resolve it. Yeah, red blast. Then they just play Radiant Fountain. Oh, Thraben. Okay. They have a tap land, sure. Let's just do this. Because again, getting this down, resolving it, they have to journey it. They can like pyroblast it when it's on the stack, but once it's in play, their only real answer for it is Journey to Nowhere, which they probably only have 1 or 2 of in their deck. So it's nice just to resolve this like when you can, because it can be annoying for them otherwise. All right, they're down to 3 cards, but yeah, they can generate a lot of advantage, as I was saying, with this plus like Glinthawks and Core Skyfishers and stuff. But we can generate a lot of advantage here as well. All right, I think I just start by attacking. If they want to block, that's fine with me. They don't. Now I think I'm just gonna go Brainstorm into Augur and set it up just to make sure I hit. Can also shuffle away like a Terramorphic Expanse, and then I'll hit a Preordain, I suppose. Alternatively, I can like Brainstorm shuffle, but yeah, I don't like that as much. I definitely like this line. And I Augur guaranteed hit at least Preordain. Yep. Perfect. And then I just Faerie Seer. Don't want Aqueduct, but I do want Hydroblast. Hydroblast has got to be good enough. Like they're gonna have a lot of red spells in their red-white deck. 1 mana counter a red spell is gonna be great. I can still Brainstorm shuffle with this Ash Barrens, which is I think just straight up better than the Evolving Wilds at this point. All right, I'll take. Draw Hydroblast. Oh, another Glinthawk. That's annoying. All right. Now why don't I lead? Why don't I lead Brainstorm? Okay. So now I can actually put back Ash Barrens, Preordain. Now I can go Augur, hit Preordain. And now I can not attack. I think I'm actually just gonna, I could leave up Spellstutter Sprite. And they bounced a Ichor Wellspring with this Glinthawk, so I could just Spellstutter Sprite that. I guess then if they have a removal spell, I get quote unquote blown out. I'll just go Preordain. Alright, Ninja is good. Bottom top. Just pass now. So now I'll just block. Make my thing into a 3/3, then I can start blocking. Yep, resolves. Resolves. Yeah, just everything in their deck is just so much value. Like I said, post board they're gonna have a ton of white spells, not as many red spells. Alright, they returned planes to their hand. They still only do have 3 cards. Wow, they're letting me morph this into a 3/3? Are they gonna try to bolt it afterwards? This is good for me, I think, because I can Hydroblast a bolt. As long as they don't have like double bolt. Yeah. So they could have another bolt here, but if they don't, then I'm just like really far ahead now. Oh, they do? Okay. I could have left up double Hydroblast, but I don't think that's really realistic. A bold play would be to go attack with everything. I know they have planes in hand only. So I could go attack with everything. If they go, they're gonna block both my augurs, and then I can ninja in fairy for Faerie Seer, and then I can Suffocating Fumes, killing both ravens. Alternatively, I can just go attack with just Faerie Seer, ninja in, leave up Spellstutter and Hydroblast. I think that's better. Oh, Angler, let's go. So I've not played a land yet, right? No. I think I'll try to hit a land drop. Nice. And I'll just leave up Spellstutter and or Hydroblast here. I could have played Faerie Seer, but this is kind of scary for them, I think. They draw, no surprise. Draw again, sure. We know they have planes still. Good to know. They can attack with Glinthawk, but yeah, that's kind of ballsy if they do. Galblast. I know they have planes plus blank. I think I just go for this. Keep the Hydroblast for Pyroblasts and future red cards. Journey to Nowhere. Okay. They quote unquote got me. I mean, not really though. I didn't really have an answer for that anyway. All right, interesting. I wonder if I attack with all? Like, I don't see them trip blocking my ninja or anything. I think that's just so risky for them to do. I think I just attack with all, and this Suffocating Fumes can blow them out. I think they'll probably block here. But any blocks they make, I think, are pretty bad with this. Yeah, this is what I was hoping they would do. And this is fine too. I get to wrath their board. They have planes in hand. I just do this now. Draw. Scry. Top for sure. What order do I want to do it in? I think I'd rather just draw Fall from Favor in case they draw a creature. I know I have Cast Down, but if they draw like a Glint Hawk or Core Skyfisher here and I just Fall from Favor it, they're just super blown out. Most of their instants are red, but I think I'll still just Hydroblast this. All right, now they're officially out of gas. They just had a lot of mulligans. I think this is actually not a great matchup. All right, so we ended up 3-2. Not the best result, but this was honestly my first time playing the deck. Like first game with the deck was game 1 of the league. I felt like I piloted decently, especially for being not really familiar with the list. I like the deck. It was a lot of fun to play. I like it better than the Delver version for sure. Um, just the power of like Ninja and Spellstutter Sprite is just, I think it's just too much. And I look forward to playing this deck more in the future. I mean, I think the deck is really good. And I was going to say, before we go, let's make sure to change out the counterspell art. But again, this is youtube.com/snapbolt. Check out my channel. If you like the content, please subscribe. And, throw a like on the video, comment down below with any questions, anything you think would be good in the deck. I like to talk to everyone about their thoughts and, whatever else. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Max. Till next time.